Hello, my Teaserking family. How is everybody today? On Monday, June the 10th. YouTube seems to be a little slow. There we go. How is everybody today, June the 10th? I am fine. Busy morning. Just FYI, if you do get a check, they're usually void after 90 days, possibly 6 months at the longest. So I'm telling you about the trust, and it was October, November, December, Jan, Feb, March. So it's already June. So the attorney's like, oh, I'll send it and try to cash it, and then I'll void it. And I'm like, no, I'm at the bank. Just void it. They're not going to accept it. It's a waste of time. Please reissue it and send the proper data today. So I hope that's what I get. I don't know why she's like playing around going, yeah, I'll still try to do it. Well, like, lady, there is no still try. It's gone. Checks, even though you don't void them, doesn't mean the bank is going to accept them after 6 months, and they won't. So, I'm like, just reissue the check. Stop fucking around. I'll send it, and then you try to cash it, and then the bank's saying, well, if you do that, it's gonna cost you. It'll cost you because it won't go through. So I'm telling the attorney, look, the bank's saying no, don't send it. I won't try to cash it because it's a void check already. Just reissue it. I love when people are like that. It's like, well, we'll try it anyway. No, I'm not going to try a check that's 8 months old. It's not going to work. It's not me. It's the banking system. So I'm hoping she reissues it and resends it. But if I get it and it's dated October 23rd, it's going right. I'm going to just say, sorry, I can't cash it, because they'll charge me for the transaction, $20 or something. Just void the check, right? How this is what I don't understand with people. I'm telling you to void it. Call up any bank in the country and ask them the question. But why do you think that the check will go through, right? It won't. Void it. It doesn't. All you got to do is void it. Do a stop. She doesn't want to do a stop payment. Just charge the trust the stop payment fee and the reissue fee. But why would you think it would still work? So again, without getting my address, why would you even issue the check? So anyway, I've told her again, please do not, you must void the check and reissue it. So don't send a, what did she say? Let me get my phone. This is her thing. At least she responded. We've been trying to track you down to your current address for quite some time. Well, go to Teaser King. You got my email. Go to my LinkedIn. There's my email. I don't know how hard it is to find somebody on the internet now, right? The current ad on Lexus. I don't know what Lexus is. If you have issues cashing the check due to the check date, please let me know, and I will stop payment on the check and reissue a new one. Well, I'm telling you, I'm going to have issues. We are anticipating one more distribution check, but cannot confirm the amount nor when this may be issued. We are in the process of closing out your mother's estate, and the funds in the estate roll over to the trust, and then she'll be able to do it. And then it's got to be approved by the court. So if I'm telling you, don't do it, and I had to email her again. I'm at the bank, and they verified the check is too old to be cashed and needs to be reissued. Now, I've already said this to her. I won't be able to cash the check due to the October 23rd date. I asked the bank, it's over 90 days. Please void it and reissue. So how many times do I have to say it? And why should she even be, we'll try to cash it. So that translates into, well, you're trying to cash it, but I don't want to void it and I don't want to reissue one. Yeah, but it's going to cost me to try to redo it, right? Because if I go to the bank with the check, they're not going to, and they try to process it, it won't go through because of the date of the check. So anyway, I know we don't deal with checks too much, but here's what we got. All right. So enough of this. Some people are just too stupid. And she's an attorney, and guess who's runs in politics? Oh yeah, the attorneys. Yeah, that's what we're getting. Let's look at gold. My biggest fear did not come true today. I thought with Asia closed for a holiday, I thought we might get another $30, $40 drop, but we didn't. We're getting an $18 hit gain. So it was $22.90 at 2 a.m. And then we've had nothing but up, and now it's $23.09, and silver at $29.70, up 36 cents. So in English, they did the big derivative. In other words, Eddie Murphy sold it on Friday to buy it, and then he buys it at $23.90. Right, that's the buy, and then it goes all the way up. And then it keeps, and now they're looking to sell it. So they bought it at $22.90. They put in a new option that said, this time we're going to call an option, which means call up. So they want it to go up. And it's 23.13 and roughly 20 down to 20. So there's still a lot of the buy because they know tomorrow the Asians are going to get it back to 2,400. So they want to go for the ride. So they're playing both sides. When it gets high, they do a put option to low. So they sell it first to buy it later. When it gets low like this, they buy it to sell it later. So now they're buying it at $23.90, probably looking to sell it at 2,400. And that's your comex bullshit. All right. It's not volatile. There's no profit taking. This is a big fucking Ponzi scheme. This is a game where they're just Eddie Murphy. They're just doing orange juice contracts. I'm going to sell it at 142 and buy it at 29. And that's what they're doing. It gets high, they sell it, and then it drops. Now, sometimes it doesn't drop that much. Sometimes it does. The more that gets bought, the higher the price goes on the buy. So if they catch the day like they did Friday, then it can be sold and it drops all that way. But it is nowhere near the real price of gold and silver. So as you can see, when it's low, they're going to buy. They're going to put call options, call up. They want it to go up. That's all that's happening. This has nothing to do with supply demand. This has nothing to do. I think China is trying to buy it, so they might buy the contracts that are being derivative by JP Morgan, and they'll want the physical gold for it. Again, I'm not sure how you buy it here. So they're sitting there doing a call option. They want the price to go up. Now, I'm not sure what drives it up. And then when they get it up to 2,400, they put a call option in, a put option to put down. The calls go up, the puts go down. So they'll do a put option at 2,400 so they can get the price down, and then they can sell it high and buy it low. And now they're buying low to sell high. The biggest fucking Ponzi scheme I've ever seen. But with all the BRICS wanting a gold-backed currency and everything else, look for again, this is went from 2,000 to 2,300. But with BRICS buying gold, this will take the gold out of comex, and eventually they won't be able to do this with gold because they need physical gold to do it. And the Shanghai Gold Exchange, you need physical. You can't do this bullshit paper game. So remember, this is paper gold. This has nothing to do with physical. They want to sell it to me at 23.09. I'm taking it, but it's got nothing to do with it. Anyway, so that's what we have in the gold world. Let's go to sports. So we start off hitting our 11-unit NBA game, Dallas plus 7.5, which was actually bet on Saturday, not realizing the game was Sunday. I didn't know why it would be Sunday, not Saturday. I got Dallas plus 7.5. They lose by 7. I did see it go to 6.5. I hope you got it at 7.5 because I gave it out Saturday, so you should be okay. That was 11 units. Dallas off of a loss, came back. I didn't see the ending, so I don't know if we needed a bucket or they got a bucket or fouls or whatever, but I know it ended 7. So it's a winner. And now we'll bet Dallas back game 3. They must win at home or they're down 3-0. Luca Brasi, I don't know what's going on, but a lot of the Boston players will play better at Boston than they will at Dallas. Look for Dallas to win the games in Dallas. Baseball, I got Texas, a double. I played them straight for 5 units. It wins, and I play them over 7.5, and it was like 10 or 11 runs. So it was a beautiful. But I played the plays independently. I says, "Is Texas good? Evaldi against this weak guy? Yes, Evaldi should win. He won." And then I said, "Well, wait. The over/under is only 7.5, and I got a 7 or 8 ERA guy." I know Evaldi's like a 3 ERA guy, so it made sense to go over, and both win. I got Pitt over 8 wins. I got Detroit under 8. Of course, they go over. They score 10 runs. I don't know what it is. I mean, Skubal gives up 2 runs, I think, and but the other guy with the 3 ERA gives up 10 runs. So go figure that. Again, Detroit, where it should be under, goes over. I mean, because the other Skubal has a low ERA, but so did the other pitcher. So this should have been a 3-1 game. How Detroit gets 10 runs, I have no idea. So now, I would have bet Skubal had the other pitcher been a 4 or 5, but he was a 3. So it really didn't make sense to bet Skubal. I have the Cubs, 5 units. It wins. I have Cleveland over 8.5. It wins. I got Baltimore, it wins. I got the White Sox over 9, it wins. So I got hot there. I have Kansas City, 5 units. Verlander, he's dogging it lately. Gave up like 8 hits and 5-6 runs. It's like, what the hell? St. Louis over 8.5 loses. Houston was the Verlander. KC, I don't know what that was. Houston, the Verlander, 7 units, it loses. Toronto over 8 wins, and the Yanks under 7.5. Their ace with a 1.9 ERA gives up 5 runs. I mean, you got to be kidding me. Then that's where you get fooled, where the low ERA pitcher gives up 5, or the high ERA pitcher shuts them out. And that, I don't know how you can get away from that. The expected outcome of the Yankee pitcher who's got a 1.9 ERA is to give up 1 or 2 runs, not 10. It wasn't him. It was the bullpen gives up a grand slam in the 8th, and then another 3 or 4 runs in the 9th. There goes our under. Should have been under. And again, the bullpen. But where's that guy, the bullpen guy? He wasn't there. Clark, I think, or Schmidt or something. Has a 0 ERA now. Now you can't find him. So overall, we hit the 11-unit Dallas. We hit 2 5 units. Texas overs 21. We hit the Cubbies 26. We hit Cleveland over 31. And then we lose KC 26. We lose Houston and the Yankees 14. So we're up 12. And we hit the Toronto for for 5. So we win 17. Overall, good day. But, the Verlander, we lose the Verlander game and the KC game. It's crazy. And I love the double Texas. So, again, a good day, being selective. Maybe we're getting a little bit too much on Verlander. He's got a 3.5 ERA. We probably shouldn't be betting him in that case. To win, we probably should be betting him to, over. And they seem to be hitting. All right. 6:10 is today. God, it was just 5:30. I started this sheet at 5:29, and it's 6:10. All right. So we got starting at 6:50, so that's 2 hours away, 2.5. We got Baltimore, Tampa Bay. Baltimore 145-7. Corbin Burns 6-2 with the 2.26 against Ryan Peapot 4-2 with the 3.96. See, it's just enough to keep you from betting Baltimore, I think. And this guy, bunch of 5s and 6s, gives up 3 runs a game. Most of the games. 3 runs to Miami, 2 to Oakland, 3 to Boston, 3 to the Mets. And then he had shutout Milwaukee, 1 to Detroit, 1 to California. And then he's 4 to the Niners, 0 to Colorado, and 6 to Texas. So he's very inconsistent. A lot of times he'll give up 3 runs. And he went 6 innings, 5 innings, 4 innings, 2 innings. And then when he was pitching good, 6 innings. So we don't know what we got with this guy. Baltimore, Corbin Burns, 6-2 at the 2.66. I'm going to go Baltimore. And we're going to go 5 units and hope it's not 1-0 and they lose. But see, the over-under 7. So I'd rather bet Baltimore than go under 7. And the way they're playing, they're not going to go under. All right, Colorado, Minnesota. Minnesota 250-8. They were hot. They're not hot anymore. Colorado is definitely heating up. Dakota Fanning 2-7 with the 5.25 against Chris Paddock 4-3 with the 5.26. This is over 8, and we'll go 5 units here. Colorado's been hitting, and with both these pitchers are over 5, and the over/under is only 8. Minnesota's a 250 favorite, so we can't take Minnesota. We don't trust the pitcher anyway. And then we like the over 8, makes a lot of sense. It's the best bet, so we'll go with that. It's better to bet the over than Minnesota is what I'm saying. We can't take Dakota Hudson 2-7 with the 5.25. All right. The Yanks in Kansas City. George Brett against Billy Martin. The Yankees minus 130, 8.5. Carlos Rodon 8-2 with a 3.08 against Seth Lugo 9-1 with a 2.13. Happy days. And the over/under is 8.5. So we're going to go KC. We're going to go under 8.5. And this will be 7 units. This is what you want. 8-2 with a 3.08 and 9-1 with a 2.13. And it's in KC, so you're thinking this should definitely be, if this, you got to bet this game under. If it doesn't go under, it doesn't. But this is what you are looking to bet. Toronto, Milwaukee. Milwaukee minus 120-8. Jose Berrios 5-4 with the 2.80 against Colin Ray 4-2 with the 3.53. Again, Carlin Ray. See, today we got low ERAs against kind of low ERAs. Are they low enough? Let's look at Milwaukee. Now, Milwaukee, we know hits. Colin Ray's pitched a lot. Nothing more than 6 innings. let's see, 1 run against the Phillies. He threw 4 hits, no runs, or 4 innings, no runs. 5 innings, 1, 5 innings, 2, 4 innings, 5, 6 innings, 3, 4 innings, 4, 6 innings, 5. So this guy gives up a lot. Colin Ray. And who would play in? Let's see what his normal ERA is. Yeah, he's had some bad ERAs. So I think we have Toronto. Milwaukee can hit. Last thing I want to do is go under in a Milwaukee game. Jose Berrios is okay. Let's go Toronto. Let's see. I got to update my stats. Toronto, 456 with the 233 batting average. Milwaukee, 346 with the 258. There could be runs. Depends how far the starters go. Let's go Toronto, but I'm not going to play it. It should be under, but I really don't. I really don't trust Milwaukee. All right, the White Sox in Seattle. We got Eric Fetty, 4-1 with a 3.27 against Logan Gilbert, 3-4 with a 3.12. Again, we got 2 low ERAs. This game should be under. Let's go under in this game. Seattle under 7, but I'm not going to bet it. Too much inconsistency. Seattle's a 225 favorite. I'm not sure I see that. I might be tempted to take the White Sox. They just killed Boston 3 games. Fetty's 4-1 with a 3.27. The other guy's 3-4. So they are kind of unders, but they don't hit. So I'm going to leave it alone. Oakland against San Diego. This I think is a week 1 matchup in the NFL. San Diego's a 225 over under 7. We got Joey Estes, 2-1 with the 4.67 against Dylan Cease, who was good, who turned bad. This guy had like a 1 ERA, and now he's got a 3.51 ERA. He's going south quickly. What do we got here? Oakland, 342 average, 225 is the batting average. 342 is the earned run average. San Diego, 375 and a 260. So San Diego is the better team at home. They're 225 with Dylan Cease. I'll tell you, I got to go over in this game. Let's go over SD over because it's 7. And we'll play this for 5 units. The 7's too low, I feel. Dylan Cease is not a 3.51 pitcher anymore. Estes is 4.67. I look for both teams to be able to score. And I don't see how you're going to. 7's so low. I mean, that's my point. When you get the 2 aces going and it's 7, I understand that. But that's not what you got here. Estes 4.67 and Cease 3.51, which used to be 1.51. So he's really like a 5 ERA pitcher. So I got to think this game goes over 7. And our last game, Houston against the 49ers. We got Spencer Spaghetti, 3-5 with the 5.79. He's getting better. He used to have a 10 ERA, then 7, now 5.7, and he's looked good his last few games. Kyle Harrison, 4-3 with the 4.18. Let's look at Spaghetti's. He doesn't even get a pitcher. Well, most of the pitchers get the face pitcher. He doesn't get it. From New Mexico, but he did go to Lafayette, Louisiana Lafayette, my favorite college team. And you can see he gives up 7 runs right away, and then a 4 and a 5. He was pitching 3 innings and giving up 7, 3 innings giving up 4, 4 innings giving up 2. And then he finally gets 5 innings 2, 6 innings 4, and then 5 innings 3, and then 6 innings shutout. And last game was 3 innings and 1 run, 3 walks. So this is going over. Who do I got here? Against Houston. Yeah, we're going to go over. So let's go Houston. And they hit pretty good yesterday. Over 8. We'll go 5 units. All right. So let's look at our games. We got Baltimore 5 units, Minnesota over 8, 5 units, Kansas City under 8.5, 7 units. Taking Toronto, no bet. Seattle under 7, no bet. San Diego over 7, 5, and Houston over 8, 5. So we got 5 bets. Short travel day on a Monday. And we will see. I don't know. The Yankees, we keep going under and they keep, playing high scoring games. I was checking the lineups, and the Dodgers have at least 4 300 hitters. They figured it out, but they don't have the pitching. That's why they don't win in the playoffs, because Kershaw is always a choke. He's the Matt Stafford. It's his buddy. They choke away. So that's what we got today. So good luck on that. Good weekend picking. Like I said, I hope you had Dallas plus 7.5, because I gave it out Saturday and it was 7.5, and then yesterday I went down to 6.5. Like I say, I hope you played it on Saturday when I gave it. Again, not knowing it was really a Sunday game. It's crazy. So anyway, got my Social Security today, so I gave Daria some help and Jenna some help. And then I'm expecting this 1,200 from this trust, that if this lady, well, I'll try to cash it. Well, I can't try to cash it. It'll bounce and it'll cost me money to bounce it. So just void it out and send a new one. I'm confused by why is that such a difficult thing to do? Sounds like a lazy thing where, well, just try it, and if it doesn't go through, we'll reissue. And meanwhile, we'll waste another week that we could have just done it now and sent it. Big deal that we had to void a check dated in October. So be careful if you get these checks. Be careful if you get these strange phone calls and these emails where, oh, we're going to charge you, but go into this little thing and you can see the receipt. You're going to pay $500 for something. Those are all phony. Do not, just delete them. I don't know if I have one, but I had a call, but I think I deleted it. I love how it now says potential spam. No, I deleted it. So this call was a bunch of noise, and it said, we're going to charge you $1,000 if you approve. And they're trying to scare you. It's all this bullshit, probably AI scams. This is what I don't like about internet. You haven't bought something, but it scares you going, oh shit, did somebody buy it, with all this identity theft and everything. If you get anything from that says PayPal, do not go off the link. So if you get an email, let me go to my email and show you. Okay, great. The attorney's saying that. So anyway, she's saying I did void it and I'll reissue it. And I'm like, perfect. As soon as I get your forms, they were mailed out Friday, so she should get it. Uh, Happy balance transfer day. I've already done the low balance. So let me see what I'm looking at. All right, so this one, simple looking. Danya Kuvalis. I've never heard of the name. Payment received. Thank you for your recent order with. We are now. Look at. I sent a PayPal to Daria, and there it says I sent 300. Who is this that I sent a payment to? So let's go inside. So here we have her. Thank you for your recent orders with what? We are processing your orders. I don't have an order with you, and we'll notify you once it is shipped. If you have any questions, please let us know. We appreciate your business. Well, how can I let you know? There's no phone number. And then it's a PDF, which looks really fucked up. And then you click on details to expand, and you see Pan Washember 430 at gmail.com. What does that got to do with Danya Kuvalis? So the one thing you never do is click on that PDF. That's a virus, and they'll get your information, and you'll be fucked. So you never click on the PDF, and you just simply trash it. This is an example of a scam, and you must avoid. No, she's not. How did I pay it? We are processing your orders. I didn't make an order with this person. I would make it with maybe Amazon or Google or something. If you do a football thing with me, it's Teaser King. It's and you've went on and done it, so you've hit $100. The professor Teaser King, and then you get an email back with your receipt, but it's from PayPal. It ain't from me. And if it was from me, you'd go, oh, that's the professor, and you could see it's the football pick. It wouldn't be hidden. So be very careful. Thank you for your orders. What orders? You'll be notified once it is shipped. I didn't order anything. And if you have any questions, please let us know. But there's no phone number. There's no company. There's nothing here stating what this is or what company you're dealing with. So you do any type of stuff like this, you never click the PDF. You don't know who the fuck this is. It's not even a company. When you expand it, it says Pan Washember. What does that mean? You can respond to it, but you can say fuck off. You're not going to get anything. So then you just delete forever. So you don't accidentally, like now I went in to show you, but I'm not hitting it. I got a few like that today or yesterday, but I did delete them. This is from a hotel we stayed at, but I don't remember where it is, like Spain or Portugal. Anyway, that's the point. So, I'm very happy that the attorney will void it, and I'll get a new one. I won't have to dance around. And she's responding. I hate when they don't when you send an email and they don't respond. That's how I get so frustrated with Daria when I send her, "Hi, how are you? Good morning," da, 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 and you don't hear anything. And you don't hear anything. Okay, a day, 2 days, 6 days, 7 days. Now today I knew I was going to hear from her because I talked to her over the weekend. It says, "I'm going to pay your rent when I get Social Security today." When I looked and I got it, and I gave her rent, and I told her about the 1,200. I said, "My mom died." She goes, "How old's your mom? And what happened?" And so I told her all the details. But the fact she asked for the details, it's makes it more legit. So that was a good sign. And she was like, "I'm sorry. I hope you're okay." I says, "No, no, no. I haven't. Uh, we haven't spoken in a long time, and that's what happened." Hey, Greg and John. Who's Dana? I have no idea. Dana's a scammer, probably from probably China. Who's that payment from? It's not a payment. It's they're trying to scam me into me making a payment. Hi, Greg and John. So what I was showing you, Greg and John, is that these are scams. You don't recognize the name. There's no product. There's a PDF, which is a virus, and they're probably going to get all your information, and you'll be that's how you get fucked. And I didn't order anything with her. If it's Amazon, fine. But this woman's so stupid. She just says this is Danya, and I'm like, I don't know a Danya. I know Daria, but I'm not going to get an email from her. I'm going to get a WhatsApp. Although I did get an email from her when her router went down, which was nice of her. So anyway, so I told her my mom died. So she was very nice about that. And I knew I'd see her today because she's looking for money, her rent, which I sent to her. I always do what I say. So if I tell her I'm going to send her rent, I'm going to send her rent. And I told her about this check from the what you call it. I keep forgetting this word. The trust. I don't know why I forget it. So I said we're getting 1,200 from the trust. I said I'll give you some money for flowers and get some clothes or whatever you want. So she's excited. So that makes my day. So I said, but we got to wait till we get it. So got Social Security, paid 2 credit cards, and the girls. So anyway, happy about that, and and we'll go from there. So just be careful on your emails. Even on the phone, I got a phone call again, scammer, and her message was, "Well, if you," it was a bunch of music. Then she said, "Well, if you," it was a really creepy one. Like if you get, if you accept this, then we're going to charge you $1,000 or something. So I just, I just deleted, but it was a message. I just deleted it. But now it's getting to the point, and this goes back to what we're talking about with the attorney. If I don't know the person, I'm not answering the phone. I'm just possible scam. I don't know the number. You know, I'm not going to answer it, and then I block it. So if the attorney was trying to get a hold of me, and she would have had to leave a message. This is the attorney. I will let it ring, and then I'll let them go to the voicemail, and then she can leave a voicemail. But I thought it was funny. The attorney was looking for me for like since October, and I'm sitting there going, "Okay, what's going on? I don't know what you're talking about." And she's like we couldn't find. We sent it your letters to the new address, to the old address. I haven't been there for 2 years because I went from there to Alabama and came back. I couldn't go to the same spot. I'm thinking, go to my LinkedIn. They don't know about Teaser King, although my brother should know about it. That's how the family is watching the Teaser King, right? So they don't know. They should have been able to go to LinkedIn and very easily at least found my email and done it. So, I question the stability of whoever's doing this. And that's why I said to the attorney, no, 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 void it and give me the new check because there's no fucking way this is going to work, and it's going to cost me And 3 days later, I'll be saying, send the new check. So just send the new check. I know it won't work. Just void it out. Just charge the trust. I don't care. So apparently, there'll be a nice payout on this trust that will be. Um, uh, they're waiting on. They got to talk to the judge and stuff like that, and some settlements. So we'll see. But anyway, so I told the girls what happened, and so I said, "Well, I'm getting 1,200." So it's like we're getting 1,200, and and I'll be at the gold store. I before I could, well, I never really could buy an ounce. That would have been way back. So I could probably get a half ounce, but I think I'll get a quarter ounce and split it with the girls, the other two. Um, anyway, so all's good with the girls. Daria's great. Jenna's she seems okay, but she's hurting for money. And I'm like, well, I've been giving you a lot. You keep eating. Like, come on, you can't eat all the time. So this is where I do it, but I'm not gonna let Jenna starve. Now, is Jenna bullshitting me? No. Is Daria bullshitting? No, she's raising a daughter in Russia. I know it's hard enough. So I'm not gonna fuck around with them that they're playing me. Are they playing me? No fucking way. Jenna, no way. Daria, I can tell the way Daria talks to me. She's not doing that. Yes, my buddy thinks maybe she's playing me um, because she keeps, until we meet, she keeps kind of putting it off with the daughter in school and everything. And I I mean, she's not saying no. She just said, can we wait a little bit? So just give it time. Anyway, gold 2309, silver 2971, 2309.74. Mostly, I know Asia's off. So mostly I'm very happy. Yes, we got killed on Friday, but we didn't get killed today. And I thought we would have because all the Asians weren't there to buy it back. So in the morning, you're going to see this tomorrow go up at least $50 because this is cheap for them. They're looking at $3,000 gold and they're getting it for 2309. And where they're getting 3,000, I don't know. That's a bullshit number too. So we know this number is bullshit. We know the derivatives are buying and wanting it to go up, but they know it's going to go to the moon tomorrow because all the Asians didn't buy on Friday and we're closed today. So therefore, they know when they come in, they're going to buy because they want to buy. Saudi Arabia wants to buy. India wants to buy. Russia's buying. So all that is going to go way up. So what the scam of this is JP Morgan and the bullion banks, as I said, they're doing the Eddie Murphy trading places. So Friday they sold at 23.89 and bought at 22.89. So you can sell first and then hope it goes down to buy, and then you can buy and hope it goes up to sell. So it's not like it's a stock in a in a therapy. You have to buy it first. You can sell it first. And that's what's called shorting the market. So if I had Tesla, I'd be selling, selling, selling. But since I'm not paying the market, I just leave me alone with my goal. So that's what they're doing here. They're selling first, and that's what he did in the movie Trading Places. With the orange juice, he sold it at 140, 130, and he bought it at 29, 30, 40. That's how he made so much money. And Duke bought it at 110, 120, 130. And then when it was going down, they 29. So they bought it at one. So think about it. You bought it at 30 and you sold it at 29. That's not good. But Eddie Murphy sold it first and then bought. And that's Trading Places. But if you notice, it was gold in that and orange juice. And that's what this is. It's being manipulated by contracts. It's derivatives. It has nothing to do with this. There's no rhyme or reason. This is why I laugh when I hear Alligator or one of those guys say, well, if we all buy an ounce, it'll force the price up. No, it won't. It has nothing to do with us buying. We could all buy 5 tons a piece if we only had the money. We could buy 5 tons a piece. And you know what would happen? Nothing. The price is determined by the contracts of the derivatives. So if they buy the derivatives, it goes up. And if they put them and sell them, it goes down, regardless of how many ounces, because the central banks we know are buying tons and tons and tons, and the tons are almost gone. So that means COMEX is almost sold out. And they've been stealing from the ETFs with any much either. That's another Ponzi scheme. And that's what's happening. So these are as soon as the gold gets depleted, and it's very nearly depleted, then COMEX is gone. They can't play gold. Only if Shanghai is saying you need physical bars in here to do it. So COMEX, you can have 10 ounces to sell 10,000 ounces. So it's really inflated. It's really bullshit. But in Shanghai, no, you're going to have to put gold in to buy and sell it. How the price will be determined, I'm not sure. We pray it's free market because we know the demand is price of 20 grand if you just leave the fucking thing alone. Now I was watching Madoff taking notes again, as I like to kind of get a feel of stupid. And the biggest reason I got is trust. And what they trusted was, so let's say Bobby's in it. He's been in it for 5 years and he gets paid every month. And then Luke goes to Bobby, and Bobby, tell me about Madoff. He says, well, I don't know how it works, but I know every month I get paid, and I've been in it for 5 years, and I always get paid. So Luke goes in it. And then, then Greg John says, hey, Luke and Bobby, and they've not had any problems. I don't know anything about it, but I know they're making money, so I want to join. And I'm sitting there going, not me. How does he? We don't know. We know he's a big, successful Wall Street guy with his but not in the investment side. And then we know he, Bobby's been in it, and now his family's in it. And then Luke's family goes in because Luke's in it. Well, I don't know how it works. Bobby's in it, and he's always. So it goes on for 4 getting paid. And they're all dancing and jumping up and down. And it's the trust issue. They don't trust Madoff. Luke trusts Bobby. And Nick trusts Luke. And Greg and John trust Luke. And I trust myself. If I don't smell what they're cooking, I avoid it. So that's a lot what happened. My dad was in it, and my uncle was in it, and they're in it because the father said it's okay, and they trust the father. So it was really each other. I don't know about Madoff, but I trust my dad. And the dad, why does he trust Madoff? I have no idea. It's funny when the guy from Europe, he lost billions of dollars and suicided himself. And they're trying to talk him out of it. Like, look, this is a Ponzi scheme. What are you doing? Well, I did my due diligence. Oh, what due diligence did you do? Did you ask Madoff how he does it? And he told you, don't worry about it. There's a movie called Meet Joe Black, right? Movie, Brad Pitt and Anthony Hopkins. Take that shit. And that's what you had with Madoff, is that no the question how he does it. Got to who did that? Now, well, because he's big shot on Wall Street with his why Madoff's even that. He says he wouldn't take new clients, which is a lie. And by the way, who do you think were? Yeah, the Russian mafia. At the end, he says, I did it by myself. Because if I say the Russian mafia, they're going to kill my family. which is what the Russian mafia does. It's all bullshit. You think he did it by himself, but what happened? Able to get money to pay down without investing a nickel. These people working for him are a bunch of morons who don't realize that it's all illegal. Dollars a year to do it. They don't care. I'm getting paid all this money. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just a computer guy. I'm the bookkeeper. So they don't think they're doing. I don't know the Russian mafia who not understanding where are you getting it from? How am I making the 2000 IT bubble crash? We still made everybody lost their ass in the 2000 .com bubble, but Bernie made money. Okay, what's really going on? Get out. Just sell it. Get out of it and say, listen, me and Attack on Wall Street guy will be fine. And that's the thing. Of the time it happens. I lose on the interceptions, I lose on the injuries. Okay, you can't predict that. So how Madoff could win every is insanity. So the point